Garou has been one of the greatest parts of the Monster Association arc, and the story of One Punch Man as a whole. From a badass design and its evolving aesthetics, to his devious demeanor and indomitable determination, Garou has truly earned poster boy of One Punch Man. But while contemplating the fated end of the villain, the only way I managed to stop my tears of story's end was to evaluate Garou's current strength. His notorious moniker hasn't left my noticed, Hero Hunter. From shattering the protection of the tank top, manhandling the Justice Crash, overwhelming the ever-endurant fighting spirit, then underestimating his assault on the fortress at Q City, to matching the ferocious cannons of the Demon Cyborg, but after paling in comparison to the strongest martial artist and surviving the apocalypse, Garou can now be dubbed as Super Alloy. After talking shit about who could still be Garou, and why he was so lucky to be fighting Darkshine, Super Alloy had a reality check. Matching his Super Alloy bazooka and taking his formidable shoulder tackle, Garou has seemingly handled Darkshine. Naturally, the next question to ask would be, what about your boys? This brings us full circle to the point of this video. Who can still beat Garou? According to Darkshine, Tatsumaki, King, Atomic, and Flashy can. Let's find out. If you guys want to support the channel, make sure you like, subscribe below. Hit the bell icon on the side to make sure you get notifications all the time of the channel's videos. We have a Patreon if you guys want to support the channel. A $2 tier, $5 tier, $10 tier, and more. You get all different kinds of perks when you join. Also, if you'd like to discuss this video and more, check the link in the description below. We have a Discord app where you all gather together. To start off, let's address the unmentionables. Tatsumaki is proving to be what the fan base considers to be an above dragon threat. Though I don't doubt Garou could manage to stay in the fight longer than we'll give him credit for, it's clear that he can't produce enough offense to threaten her in the least. The Hero Association has recently raised its opinion of King. Not only did he manage to defeat Elder Centipede, who Blast let escape, who was believed to be able to destroy the entirety of the city, but he also defeated Vaccine Man, Beefcake, and most notably, Giant Crow, who attacked his apartment directly like a badass. A Garou vs. King matchup doesn't seem to be in the cards. And I won't be addressing Bang, Bomb, or Watchdog today because I think their fights would be honest toss-ups. With the formalities aside, allow me to address who I believe is still beating Garou. The first probable candidate is Flashy Flash. If you guys haven't made the connection yet, there's a reason why one has Flashy Flash's fight first. His overwhelming speed is even reflected in the very narrative of the story. Garou has shown some amazing agility, but I'm not sure if he can match Flashy's top line speed. His great velocity even helps his martial skills, as shown when he was able to employ his flashy kicks with tremendous speed. I have to mention that it was crude hand-to-hand skills that were able to harm Flashy once the ninjas gave up on their skill usage against his speed. In the interest of fairness, this means if Garou is able to pinhole Flashy's speed and then match his agility, he may have a chance to devastate Flashy Flash. It won't take Garou that many of his heavy hits to critically hurt Flashy, but Flashy isn't Darkshine, and he's likely to respond effectively and confidently. Garou isn't a slouch either though. We saw this when he dropped after images on Darkshine with his agility, and then proceeded to drop him on his neck with succession. But Flashy Flash not only has the might of his flashy kicks, but his heavy flashy slash and his flashy slash are two deciding factors that when paired with his speed, give him the narrow advantage against current Garou's displays. Especially when he managed a flashy slash and a flashy kicks combo while having to catch his previously lost blade. Truly impressive. Though Garou should be able to endure multiple assaults, I wonder if he could catch or dodge a flashy slash. This evaluation may not be valid for long though, as his limiter is breaking. The next probable candidate to handle current Garou is Atomic Samurai. A hand-to-hand confrontation with a true samurai has never in history been a good idea, and I think this is another instance of this. Flashy Flash's top-line speed garners him a clear advantage in combat, but Atomic Samurai's agility seems even more formidable than that. Routinely cutting enemies into confetti, Atomic Samurai seems ruthless in his assault, dealing with demons and tigers in the same exact manner, not hesitating to serve an atomic slash on a whim. This gunslinger's demeanor makes reckless attacks and renegade charging incredibly dangerous and almost inevitably fatal. Though Atomic Samurai's strongest attack is a ranged attack, entering his personal space is just as frowned upon. Garou is a hand-to-hand specialist, so the question is, how long can he keep his hands? Garou's durability isn't something that can really be questioned by many heroes at this point, but a bladed combatant is a different story. Once again, I'll make the stipulation that back when Garou fought Spring Mustachio and Golden Ball, he made note that he could now confidently handle weapon users. He then reassured this assertion by bodying the AB-8 in their assault on his shack in the woods. But these are all lower class fighters. In the presence of Atomic, no one I just mentioned would stand a chance. This is by far a whole new challenge in terms of a weapon confrontation. Although he is a tank, I won't entertain some belief that Garou could tank the Atomic Slash because I haven't seen it so far. And much less than that do I believe that he could tank a focused Atomic Slash, his strongest technique. Melzigard didn't have the best time attacking Atomic without receiving 100 slashes in retaliation. If Garou manages to outmaneuver Atomic and land some serious hits, he may last longer than Flashy, as Black Sperm has shown us Atomic's durability. But lasting longer than Flashy doesn't say much as of yet. Beating Atomic Samurai would have to be a mistakeless feat for Garou. Finally, the last probable candidate is the star of the assault himself, Child Emperor. This showdown is a lot more even than the rest, yet Child has a trait just as, if not more devastating than that of Atomic or Flashy. First, let's talk about Garou's durability. Against the previously mentioned opponents, their win conditions were dependent on single instances of attacks. Either the Atomic Slash catches him one good time and he's fatally wounded, if not dead, or the Flashy Slash catches him on a misstep and then he has to pick up an arm, or maybe even his lower half. But these are both extreme examples from extreme traits, and Garou has dealt with extremes of his own. Not one, but multiple death bombs to the face by Overgrown Rover, coupled with a volley of death. That isn't a walk in the park. Or shall we mention the instance where Orochi sent Dragon Fire at Garou and then decided it wasn't enough, so he hit him with a Haymaker instead. That he blocked. This is why Child Emperor has his work cut out for him. Without Brave Giant, Child doesn't do as bad as you think, but he's still quickly dispatched. With the formidable Brave Giant though, Garou's chances of winning are at least reduced to 49%. Brave Giant has shown the ability to produce extremes that Garou has already experienced, but at a higher level. It sounds crazy to say a higher level when we're comparing Brave to Orochi and Rover together. But the Emperor Nova and the Giant Fist Strike are both stronger examples of what Garou encountered against the Monster Association's most ferocious threats. We could entertain conversations about the agility of Garou far surpassing the agility of Brave. Garou's current strength should be able to deal considerable physical damage to the armor, but maybe not yet be on par with Phoenix Man Brilliance form. The inevitable problem will rise in both situations that we must consider. First, the Giant Fist Strike. It's a superior display to Orochi's punch that sent Garou flying. It was Brave Giant's 100% output, and he managed to transfer all that power in less than a second. The completion of this feat with the murder of Phoenix Man alone surpasses Garou and Darkshine's physical displays, Bazooka Clash included. The Emperor Nova is the next inevitability. Many like to drop the fallacy that Garou would never let himself get hit by the Nova, but neither would Phoenix. Child Emperor, from several seconds out, had a plan and a path in which to complete his assault, which means he not only calculated his requirements, but also anticipated Phoenix Man's moves, as well as utilized the terrain effectively. Phoenix Man was caught off guard after flying towards Brave and was forced to absorb the attack without an alternative for escape. If Child Emperor wants to hit Garou with the Nova, Garou's getting hit with the Nova. Let's not pretend like Phoenix isn't a greater intellect than Garou, at least in the slightest. In the end, Child Emperor has already faced a great extreme of strength in Phoenix, a monster capable of tanking incredible energy blasts as well. Garou will do well, but Child Emperor is still flexing. In conclusion, I hope that you've understood that these are all extreme encounters, even when explained. Garou has become incredibly strong, and there aren't many heroes left who'd have an easy time against him. Less than 5. Yo ho ho!